Guys, big breaking news coming out. NATO nation evacuates residents after Russian strike on ship. NATO member Romania evacuated residents after a suspected Russian drone strike hit a Turkish LPG tanker in Ukraine, sparking the risk of a huge, massive explosion. Alright, guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to contribute to the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to see what's going on here, guys. The affected vessel is named Orinda, according to Turkish shipping publication. All 16 crew members evacuated the ship and are safe, the report said. In a statement to Newsweek on Monday, Romania's defense ministry said it firmly condemns the strike conducted by the Russian Federation against Ukrainian civilians, targets, and infrastructure elements. Wow. So here's some of the pictures. Let me just let me open this up here, guys. Let me open this up so you guys have a better view. So a village in Romania was evacuated after a Russian drone struck a Turkish gas tanker near the Ukrainian coast. The impact caused the ship to catch fire, and the risk of an explosion remains high. Now, local authorities said residents were evacuated from the village as a preventative measures due to the tanker's proximity to Romanian border. Let me pull up this map really quick here. Wow. Okay, so it was heading to Romania. Not too far, well, from Turkey to Romania. I wonder why Russia struck that ship. That's nowhere near. It's nowhere near Ukraine. I mean, there's a possibility. Well, no, it's an oil tanker. Um, yeah, that's kind of strange that Russia hit that tanker. All right, let's see what's going on here. Continue reading this news article. Again, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Tulsia County borders Ukraine and is situated just across the Danube River from Ukraine's Izmail port. Romania has expressed alarm at the number of incidents in which drones or fragments of devices have landed in its territory. Now, this has raised concern that Russia's aggression in Ukraine could spill over into the rest of Europe, which could pose a problem for NATO if it's forced to weigh up a response under its Article 5 collective defense commitment. You guys already know NATO Article 5 is the real deal. If NATO hits a member of NATO, they could activate Article 5 and all NATO alliances would join forces and attack the enemies. So you hit one, you hit one, you hit all. That's what Article 5 means. You hit one, you hit all of us, and we will strike back. That was a long journey, too. Wow. So what to know? Romania authorities said that 15 from the Plavou locality were evacuated Monday after the Turkish ship loaded with LPG was engulfed in flames on the Danube. The decision was made to evacuate residents given the proximity of the ship to Romania and the type of cargo it was holding. Romania's Emergency Situation Inspectorate said, according to Aeropress. Now, the residents are reported to be safe in a nearby village. I'm going to skip that name there. All right, so yeah, it's kind of strange that Russia hitting that oil tanker. Romania's defense ministry said in a statement to Newsweek that the strike were detected by its radar and surveillance system around 2:30 a.m. Monday, but that no unauthorized intrusion into the national airspace were detected. Romania Defense Ministry forces will conduct searches in areas where risk may arise as a result of last night, and the Allies are being informed of the latest situation at the border with Ukraine. Footage on social media showed flames and smoke billowing into the sky from a vessel which was carrying up to 4,000 tons of LPG. A lot of these oil facility companies, even ships are getting hit. This oil is the one that's in Russia. The oil facility is the one that's keeping Russia continuing these war operation. They gaining profits from oil facilities, and they use the profit to continue the war in Ukraine. That's the reason why Ukraine is hitting their oil facility. It says here the Ukrainian seaport authority said in a statement on Telegram that Russia had targeted Ismail with drones, damaging infrastructure and several civilian vessels. Ukraine's State Emergency Service, port authorities, and law enforcement agencies were at the site, eliminating the consequences of the strike, the statement said, according to a translation. The good thing is everybody's safe. The Ukrainian Seaports Authority continues to ensure stable operation of the port despite the constant, of the enemy, it added. So there have been numerous strikes on vessels in Ukrainian port this year. On October 21st and November 3rd, Ismail was struck by a Russian drone, Ukrainian media reported. Now, between January and September, there were 11 strikes on vessels in Ukraine's Odessa region, damaging 13 civilian ships and one naval vessel. Now, what people are saying, well, Romania, give me a second here. Romania's defense ministry said in a statement to Newsweek, the Russian Federation forces struck areas in Ukraine located in the vicinity of the river border with Romania on the night of Sunday, November the 16th to Monday, November the 17th. So it just recently happened. The statement added that it firmly condemns the strikes conducted by the Russian Federation against Ukrainian civilians, target, and infrastructure elements, which are unjustified and seriously breached the norms of international law. Now, Romania's Delta Inspectorate for Emergency Situations said, according to Aeropress, given the proximity to the Romanian territory and the nature of the cargo, the authorities have carried out a first assessment of the situation. Now, it added they decided in coordination with a specific department in the Ministry of Interior managing such emergency situation to preventatively, evacuate people and animals nearby, a measure to be maintained until any risk for the population is eliminated. The Kiev City of Courage X account posted, overnight, Russia struck the Ukrainian port city of Izmail. An LNG tanker was hit. There is a high risk of explosion. So what else should happen for NATO to finally close skies above Ukraine. Mm. It says here, the former Ukrainian Internal Affairs advisor Aton wrote on X, there is a risk of an explosion. So people were brought to safety. Russia is a warning to Europe. So what happens next? Well, the incident is likely to stoke concerns about the risk posed by the Bear drones attacking target near NATO border. Give me a second here. Let me look at the picture really quick here, guys. Okay, so here's the picture. I want to show you this really quick. Yeah, that was nowhere near Ukraine. Ukraine is way up north. Yeah, you see Ukraine? It's kind of strange though, but so you have Romania here, and it seems like it happened in this region. Then you have Ukraine here, but Romania be again, if I'm not mistaken, they're sending weapons through here too. And then you have Poland. Yeah, I think Poland's right here. They send weapons to Ukraine too. Something's going on though, but this was a breaking news that took place today. Now, NATO is not going to activate Article 5, but one thing I tell you, Article 5 is on the table. This thing is getting really hot. And Russia knows that, if they strike one of those NATO alliance members, there's going to be game on. So Russia know what they're doing when they strike these vessels or certain areas in Ukraine. Now, certain debris falling into Romania, like drone debris falling into Poland, I don't think that's going to spark Article 5. Now, if a missile, let's say hypersonic missile, lands in Romania, let's say the capital, let's say Russian missile, hypersonic, hit Romania capital, then it's game on. It would definitely be a game on. All right, guys, so this is all the breaking news here. Give me a second. Let me just... Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Usually before I end it, I just go back to see if there's any more updates. Yeah, it seems like this is all of it. But I want to bring this, actually this is going to be my next video. Yeah, so this is all of it here, guys. Alright, so I'm just going to end it. I got another video coming up. It's going to be over at the RealGS News. Once again, notifications were not sent out for this one here. Notifications were not sent out for this one here. The platform only sends out 3 notifications. So we throw an extra video on this channel and also the RealGS News. Just a reminder that when you get this first video, like around noon, you're not going to receive notification. But mark on your calendars, your time frame for the first video is going to be like around 1:45, all right, Eastern time. And then the next one is at 2:45 Eastern time. So thank you so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Till next time later. Peace.